Okay. Sreten Ugričić. Well, Sreten, he defined himself a novelist, essayist, conceptual artist, astronomer, and philosopher. So fantastic. You're Leonardo da Vinci. He's been a member of the UNESCO Commission for Serbia-Montenegro from 2002 to 2008, and he reformed the Serbian National Library, which is directed since 2001. And he's in the executive board of the European Library. That was a slide this morning, I showed the European Library, yes. Sreten will talk about materialization and dematerialization, migration and emulation, museum and library.
But I need some assistance. Hello, everybody. It's my pleasure to be here with you in Rome. Before I start, I would like to comment on this first key speaker presentation. This presentation on national museums reminded me to tell you that maybe some of you don't know that there is something called Conference of European National Librarians. And this institution is 26 years old, which means that so more than a quarter of a century, national libraries of Europe work together. I think it's not the case with national museums, but maybe it's a good example to follow. And some of the results of this collaboration I will mention in my presentation today. My presentation will have 5 issues to deal with, 5 parts. You can see them here, and all of them will be about the issue of migrations in terms of technology, from the point of view, of course, always from library, because I'm the librarian, among other things. And also in terms about the migrations in terms of social and cultural movements, interactions and conversions. And in these terms, I will speak more as a free thinker than as a librarian. Okay, you will see in my presentations, I will propose several statements which are articulated intentionally in paradoxical way and opposite towards stereotypes. And first of those 10 propositions for me today, for you, is this one. Technology is real, institution is virtual. But before, okay, I will start with that. In introduction, let me debate some aspects of materialization and dematerialization in process of cultural production and reproduction. This thesis states one of these aspects. Nowadays, I mean, most of the people think that it is exactly the opposite than in this sentence. Majority think that technology is virtual, while institutions like libraries and museums are real. Well, it is not like that at all, because institutions do not transform technology, but technology transforms institutions. Because the institution is a set of rules and hierarchies established by social engineering and language performative, while technology is an engineering of natural and social relations with concrete, certain, and predictable results. And because the institution has a mission to, above all, justify itself, while the mission of technology is to perform, to serve, and to deliver. As an example, now I would like to play for you a small video. Please, first one. I've chosen a few video clips just to entertain you at the end of the difficult day for us. Okay, why I have chosen this video clip, maybe some of you are familiar with it, but anyway, this is maybe the best example of collaboration between libraries and museums on the pan-European level. Also, this is a very good example of what I have in mind when I'm stating that technology is real and the institution is virtual. This institution, Europeana, is virtual, of course. And the third reason to choose this one is to illustrate the next thesis of mine, which is the memory is the production and not the reproduction. I learned this and about that from museum projects I have been impressed by. And they say libraries and museums are institutions of memory. If they are, I must repeat, memory is production, not reproduction. Memory is mission, task, inspiration, responsibility, interaction. Cultural heritage is not in the past, but in the present. It is not given to us as a gift. It is our assignment. It is our task. It is very much like work in progress, like work of art. Cultural heritage must be created. It must be taken out from the layers of the past, negligence, and taking things for granted. It must be reanimated, presented, and contextualized in a proper way. This procedure does not differ from current cultural and artistic production of completely new works, text, objects, performances, etc. As a newly created work looks for and takes its status within the scene, interpretation, institutional system, and of course within the market, so it must be with the cultural heritage artifact. Since the preservance only of the past cultural good is not enough. This is a mere starting point for the creation, establishing, and interaction with the context. And the context can be varied. It can be local, regional, international, historical, educational, artistical, religious one, political, economical, tourist one, institutional or alternative one. Context can be media context, etc., etc. In connection with this, the functional application of ICT and digitalization promises considerable advantages. It is an open domain for multidimensional creating and distribution of cultural heritage as active and interactive contents in all contexts. ICT and digitalization in itself, as at this moment an empty technology and medium, prescribe the looking upon the cultural heritage as upon a creation. If we do not accept that challenge, we will find ourselves in a situation where we cover irrefutable values with another veil and redundant noise, instead of using the advantages of discovering and animating. The time in which the thing that was not in the papers and on television was considered as not existent is behind us. The time has come when non-existent is, above all, that which is not digital and not on the net. And in relation to the previous technological paradigms, this one looks incomparably more potent. It looks immense. There, you may not dig out buried values, but there you may only generate values. It is an opportunity one can hardly resist.